Hey Snobish Mink Girls, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a frontal illusion on a 7x7 closure wig. Okay, so now we're going to start with a freshly washed and air dried wig. I already bleached the knots and toned the knots. And I do have a video on how I bleach and tone my knots, so if you want to see that video, I'll have it linked down in the description below. So we're just going to section out the hair around the perimeter of the closure. So you know that track that leaves right before the closure, you want to cover that track. So I'm just parting all around to make sure that I have enough hair to cover the last track before my closure. Now that we got that part all out, I'm going to take my hot comb and I have it on the highest setting. It goes up to 20. I don't know how many degrees that is, but that's what I have it on. And I'm just going to press that all out, make sure everything is nice and flat. And when you press them with your flat iron, you want to make sure you actually bending the back of the, not your flat iron, your hot comb, sorry. When you press it now with your hot comb, you want to make sure that you actually pressing the hot comb against the hair to make it lay flat. You don't want to just comb, you want to actually press it. So now that I have that pressed out, I'm gonna take a metal rat tail comb, the same rat tail comb that I was actually isn't the same rat tail comb. This is a metal rat tail comb, and I like this because it makes my parts more crisp and more perfect in my opinion. So you see that line on my mannequin here? I actually rest my comb against that line and just go straight down, making sure that my part is as straight as possible. So yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm just making sure I have a nice middle part because my client did want a middle part. This is how I make all of my custom wigs. All of my custom wigs are glueless, and I style them and customize them, everything, making sure that they're nice and ready for you to just throw on. You don't have to do anything to the wigs except cut the excess lace and throw the wig on. I make sure that I do everything for you. I'll let you sit here and watch how I press this out, and then after I press this out, we're going to get into the baby hair and the hairline. Now that we have the part all laid and everything is flat, I'm going to section out my baby hair. You want to take the tiniest bit of hair. You don't want too thick baby hair. That's what gives you a nice wiggy look. Not nice, but that's what gives you a wiggy look. So you don't want too many baby hairs. This is about how much baby hair I section out. And I'm just going to flatten it to the front with my hot comb. I'm just going to flatten the back of that, the actual hairline. I'm going to flatten that out with my hot comb as well, making sure you actually press it down because I like my hair to be as flat as possible, like stupid flat. So you see me putting that pin there to hold the lace so I can pull the hair back without pulling the lace back. And I'm pulling the hair back so I can get it as flat as possible. I don't like to work on a wet canvas hair or a wet wig when I'm doing my plucking because it throws off my judgment. So this is what I do before I pluck my hair. I flatten everything back so I can have a nice smooth base for me to get my plucking done. And whatever you do to one side, you want to make sure you do to the other side. That's simple. So now that I sectioned out my baby hair, which is there in the front, I'm going to go behind the hairline and section out another section of hair. You don't want to section a really big chunk of hair because you're going to, it's pointless, honestly. So I just really have like a tiny little centimeter worth of hair. And that's just going to be what I'm plucking first, which is behind the hairline. The reason for plucking behind the hairline, that just prevents like over plucking the hairline. So once you pluck behind the hairline, it just gives you a more natural look, honestly. So I'm going to show you guys what I mean. And I like to have my hair flat as hell. Like that's how I like to pluck my hair. I don't like it wet. A lot of people like to wet their hair before they pluck it, but that just throws my judgment off, honestly. So I like to flatten the hair, and actually I'm pulling it back with my left hand. As you can see, I'm pulling the hair so it's easier for me to pluck. And as I'm plucking, you're going to see me with my right hand push those hairs out the way. So that's kind of like basically like, because I'm plucking the hair, but it's not, it's kind of like combing the hair out the way, but I don't have time to keep getting my comb and combing the hair and then plucking, so I just move it out my way with my hand. And as you can see, as I'm plucking, I'm not standing in the same spot because that causes you to overpluck. I'm just moving my tweezers all around, plucking all everywhere, just making sure that I can see, like kind of the scalp illusion, if you want to say that, kind of like a scalp illusion. So basically, how I like to judge it is like if I was to comb my real hair up into a ponytail, I would see like the comb marks. And that's basically what I'm trying to create right here. It's basically quote unquote comb marks. That's how I know I'm serving scalp, when I can see my scalp. So basically, that's what I'm doing. And I put this in real time so you can see how long it actually takes. This is a tedious thing to do. And I'm sorry if you hear banging in my background. My neighbors are annoying. That's just that. So I'm just going to let you guys sit here and watch how I pluck, and make sure you don't over pluck. You can't, it's not really a way that you can tell if you're over plucking unless you start seeing that it looks bald. And that's why I like to go behind the hairline first before actually plucking the hairline. And you're going to see when I flip the hairline hair back, that's going to actually be my hairline. It's going to look so much better. So I'm just going to let you watch, and when I get to the actual hairline, I'm going to come back. Now that's all plucked. I'm just going to comb the excess hair that I just plucked out. And again, do not be scared to pluck the hair. Like, you can overpluck, but you also can underpluck. So now I'm just going to flip the hairline back, the hair that I sectioned out, and I had a hard time. I don't know who told me to wrap it all around. Like, that was stupid. But I got it eventually. So once I finally get it, I'm going to flip that back, and I'm going to brush it all through so you can see how it's coming along. Boom. So you see that? And that's still an underplucked hairline. I would not wear my hair like this. So I'm just going to take it and pluck it even more. And I'm going to actually make sure that I can see those spaces in between the hairs, because you don't want a really dense and thick hairline. Like if you look at your actual hairline, you don't have too many hairs in the front. So I'm just plucking that out to make it look natural. You really, really don't want to overpluck at this point. And when you pluck in behind the hairline, it's okay to kind of overpluck. But once you pull this hairline back and you start plucking, you want to make sure you're not plucking too much hair away. And then you can see from like the right side and the left side. The left side is totally unplucked, only bleached and toned. And the right side is plucked. but I'm still in the process of doing what I gotta do to get things done and get her looking natural. So I'm gonna let y'all sit back and listen. Do y'all see this hairline? Like, come on. This is a 7x7 closure. It's not a frontal. You can achieve a side part, a middle part, a left side part. You can achieve two braids. You can achieve a up-down look. Anything you're really going for, this unit is so versatile. And that's why I make my wigs like this so you can get any look that you possibly want to get with one wig. So now I'm going over to the next side and I'm about to start plucking this side. And I sped it up a little bit because I slowed it down on the other side so you can kind of get the gist of what I'm doing. But now I just sped it up so you can still see what I'm doing. But you know, it's not so tedious and repetitive. Do the side the exact same thing. Already parted behind the hairline. Now I'm beginning to pluck behind the hairline. And again, we don't want to stay in one spot. We just want to move all around that hairline and move. While you're plucking the hair, you do want to move the hair out of the way that you pluck because it will be a false judgment on what you're looking at. Okay, now I'm all done plucking. I'm all done combing out the excess hair from the hairline that I've plucked. And you can see this is so much more natural looking, so much better. And now I'm just parting through to show you guys how versatile my closure units are. So if you come to me and you say you want a middle part and I style it in the middle part, yes, you can change them to a side part. No one parting is permanent. I do not pluck my parts because I like for my clients and my customers to be able to change their parts if they want to. And you see that I'm able to even get it up into a up down if I wanted to. Like this is just why I love making my glueless wigs, and I love the fact that they're glueless. You can take them off whenever you want to. You can put it back on whenever you want to. You can change the style if you want to. Like this is just perfect. So this is all the hair that I plucked. So that's only from the hairline. So again, don't be scared to pluck your closure. You have to pluck it in order to make it look natural, but don't over pluck it. So now we're going on to the baby hair. I'm just going to take my razor comb and razor my baby hair. You want to have your baby hair about an inch long, not really Anything longer than that is just too long. You can honestly go shorter than an inch if you really want to. So I like the razor comb because it's not giving me that straight edge cross that I would get with scissors. So it's giving me a more natural baby hair effect. So now I'm just going to put all my hair back out of my way so I can mold my baby hair and get everything ready so it can be ready for my baby once she receives it. I'm using aphogee styling wrap mousse. I got this from Amazon. You can probably get it from your local beauty supply. I'm not sure. I'm an online shopper. All I do is online shop. So now that I got my mousse, I'm just going to put it onto the hairline, brush it back, and I'm going to do a really natural baby hair. Like, I just like how the middle part you got like the two swoops right there. So that's the type of baby hair style I'm gonna do today. I do have different methods of baby hairs that I do, so you can specify how you would like your baby hair when you order your custom unit. But it's really nothing for me to talk about right here. Like, you can just watch and see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna shut up and let you do that. Okay, now that I have my hairline, my baby hair all molded down, I'm going to take my edge wrap. This is a SnobishMinkGirl edge wrap. I do sell these, so if you're interested, be sure to DM me, email me. I don't have a website, so you have to do one of them. So I'm just going to take my edge wrap and I'm just going to lay my baby hair down, lay my hairline down until the mousse is dry, everything is dry. And then I'm going to come back once everything is dry and finish everything. Once everything is dry, I came back and I just took my edge wrap off. This is satin, so it was flawless. Like, it was so leave, like it was so freaking leave. So after you mold everything, it will be a little hard and crunchy. So I'm just combing through my hairline to make sure it's not hard and crunchy because again, we did mold it. So I'm just gonna comb all through that, make sure everything is all not all hard and crunchy, and then after that, I'm just going to fix my baby hair because it got messed up a little bit in my edge wrap. So I'm going to fix that and then I'm going to wet my hair. And after that, you're going to be done. You have a nice, fully laid, nice closure unit. You don't have that just straight middle part. You got your baby hair. You're lit. You're lit. You can take this wig on and off. You can change the hairstyle. You can straighten it. You can wet it. The curl comes back. Like, tell me this isn't the most convenient wig you've ever seen in your life. I'm probably saying it, but I doubt if I am. So let me know how you guys like this video. If you love this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you comment down below the most helpful tip that I gave you in this video. And also, if I missed anything in the video that you wanted to see, make sure you just comment that down below and I'll be sure to insert that into another video.